What's going on, everybody? We're just going to wait for Instagram to catch up here. What are we? We're almost noon, almost quarter to 12 right now. Welcome into the live stream over on, there we go. There's our Instagram. All right. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. So figured I'd go live for a little bit. I don't think I went live yesterday. I'm not too sure if I did. If I'm sick. I'm sick. Poor me. Hey, poor me. I'm sick, but oh, and that is true. When you got a man cold, it's tough. It's not easy to manage. Okay, so everybody, just keep your comments to yourself. Just kidding. Just kidding. So I want to come over and I just wanted to come on midday and have a little conversation with all you wonderful folks and tell you about what's going on. Over on Instagram, we have Rev Bruce from Slave Lake. What's going on? Lean Ground Beef says, "What's up?" What a username! I love that. Like what? I guess it's okay. Like when you're coming up with a username, it's like, were you one of those guys that just had lean ground beef sitting on the counter, and you're like, you know what? That's gonna be my use. It could be, but no, I appreciate you guys all for being here. We're gonna get into it and have a little bit of a chat. Um, yeah, I know a lot of you guys are at work right now, so you're probably watching the replay, and that's completely okay. Um, we got our Dark Star on YouTube saying, "Thanks for all you do. We appreciate you." Thank you for that. Appreciate it. If you guys can share this out, I would 100% appreciate it. Okay, so I just want to start off with saying thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel, who has been sharing the content and actually believes in what we're doing here. I'm going to be clear and concise on something. I know we're making change and I know people are standing up and I know people are watching, myself and my wife. If you're not following Berta Proud Mom, please go follow her on TikTok, Instagram, as well as Facebook. We're getting attacked hard, and you know what? That's to be expected, right? This isn't the first time ever that I've been attacked. In every federal election, liberals come at me, same as NDP come at me. In every municipal election, the liberals and NDP supporters, come at me. And in every provincial election, the exact same thing happens. I'm used to it, right? So it was, of course, the public service unions are going to come at me because I'm exposing things, and it's not just me. If you're not following my good friend Alberta Radio as well, go give him a follow. um, there's a lot to dig into, and there's a lot that we can have opinions on. And let's be clear, when I put a video out there, that's my opinion on what is happening. It's up to you to go look for it. It's up to you guys to go look for it, and you come up with your own opinion. I'm completely okay with doing what I'm doing every single day, but there is a problem. There is absolutely a problem with public service unions. And I don't care what province you're from, there is an issue with them. There is gross mismanagement of resources and funds. There is a corrupt culture. There is a toxic culture which stems down and trickles down to the work environment. A toxic culture within teaching. Imagine that. These teachers are supposed to be happy. They're supposed to be unified. These people have important jobs where they look after our kids, but they're toxic. And if you don't believe me, just go look at some of their comments on my videos. It's not hard to figure it out. Like these people, and they come to the DMs, they're nasty, man. Like we had a conversation this morning. My daughter is probably going to end up homeschooling the rest of the year and into grade 12 because we're done. I can't trust sending her to school. Are you kidding me? And we're looking right now to get people who are currently homeschooling their kids on the show. We want I want to do shows and interviews with people who are currently homeschooling because I actually want to convince people to start homeschooling their kids. Sorry, I gotta plug in here because it is starting to get blatantly obvious that the money is not being spent properly, and it's blatantly obvious that there is corruption. There is absolutely is corruption, and when the NDP and the ATA can come out and they can have the same talking points and spend millions of dollars to attack the provincial government, this is political and this is politicized. It does not take a rocket scientist to figure that out. It truly doesn't. So why am I so passionate about this? Well, one, I'm a taxpayer. I'm a taxpayer in this province. I grew up in Hinton, Alberta. That's where I grew up. And I started working at 16 years old. At 18 years old, I have not worked since 18 years old. Okay. Um, and I've been a taxpayer and I'm concerned where my tax dollars are going. And right now, yes, all eyes are on the teachers. But next week, it's going to be on nurses, right? We're going to be seeing nurses go on strike. Um, and it's not only that roads, schools, hospitals, infrastructure, right? We need to focus on where our tax dollars are going, or are they being spent efficiently and effectively? That is clear. And I ask you, are they? Are they being spent efficiently and effectively? No, I don't believe they are. And now that the Danielle Smith government wants to come out and start protecting our taxpayer dollars, the left is just having a fit. Because the left, NDP, Naheed Nenshi, the Janice Irwins of the world, they believe in throwing money at something is the only way to save it. Because they require that public funding in order to push their agenda, to push their narrative, to push what's happening in schools. We've been able to uncover indoctrination and brainwashing stations in all schools throughout every region of this province. And how I look at that as a taxpayer is the school has no business in sexuality. The school has no business in gender ideology. The school has no business in any of that. The school has every business in academia. Academia, which is best for our children and to set them up for success for the future. A person's success does not depend on their gender, it does not depend on their sexuality, does not depend on who they sleep with at night. It's the academia, the critical thinking skills, and how they go out into the world and what they want to do. Do they want to have ambition? Do they want to be an entrepreneur? Do they want to be a mechanic? Do they want to be a teacher? Do they want to be a scientist? What do they want to do? That has nothing to do with gender ideology. It has nothing to do with any of it. So why are we spending so much money and so much time and so much resources in ATA meetings, in school board meetings, promoting this indoctrination bullshit? Why is it happening? Can somebody tell me? It's because they want to get after your kids. They want your kids to be on their side. They're trying to get little activists in charge. These kids are going to grow up one day. They're going to be your politicians. They're going to be like your mayors, your counselors. They're going to be the heads of school boards. Look at Jason Schilling. He's called me out twice now. Jason, my message for you is this, and somebody share this with Jason. Jason has members of his own family that are contacting me. That's how much not that's how much he isn't liked. Okay? So, Jason, why are you creating little activists? And look at yourself, a little activist. That's what you are. Why are you so important on ideology? And most importantly, here's my question. Why are you so worried about me? One guy. The ATA collects millions and millions of dollars a year. And you're worried about a guy who's sitting at his kitchen table right now talking about you? Come on, buddy. There's bigger things to happen here. You have to do bigger things. You got to get these teachers back to work. That's what you have to do. So stop worrying about me, first and foremost, right? Kiss FM in Edmonton comes on today, and Rogers Media Station, millions. That's $1 billion corporation coming after a guy who lives in Calgary, Alberta, sitting at his kitchen table. You guys have to wake up. If this stuff is happening, if they're coming after a guy like me with these $1 billion organizations, $1 million organizations off of a guy who's got a Facebook page, we're over the target. This should this should be absolutely every reason for you guys to start digging. There should be every reason for you to start going to your school board meetings, for you to go into your schools, for you to check out what's up on the walls in these schools. What is my kid seeing every single day? How are they being indoctrinated? How are they being brainwashed? And I'm being honest with you guys. If they are going after one guy, I don't have I don't have financial backing. I don't have millions of dollars in the bank. I'm a guy that has a clothing store, right? And they all seem to have a problem with that. That's what I don't understand. I'm a tax-paying citizen, a small business who pays his taxes, who employs people, and you're going to go after my clothing store? Like, why does it hurt? Why does this hurt you so much? That means we're over the target, guys. It means we're over the target. What they're trying to do is affect my small business, slander my name, so then I become discredited and then my message gets weak. We're not going to allow that to happen. We're not ever going to allow that to happen. I look at the teachers who are messaging me every single day, the ones who are being bullied, harassed, being shamed and maimed into staying silent, not sharing their stories. I'm fighting for you. Parents who feel they have nowhere to go, who know that their kids are coming back home confused. I'm fighting for you. The taxpayer that is just fed up and pissed off of how our dollars are being spent. I'm fighting for you. You know, there's been plenty of comments that get deleted by these higher ups that say I'm going to get sued with slander, I'm going to get sued with this and that. I already made a promise to my wife I'll be making videos from a cardboard box if I have to. It doesn't matter. It's about the truth. It's about getting the truth out there. It's about getting the population to critically think again. That is what this is about. This has got nothing to do with me. I don't want fame. I don't want money. I have other ways of getting money, folks. What I want is I want people to wake up. That's what I want. So if they're coming at me, think about it. It's not hard. It's not hard to figure out. If I wasn't close to something, there would be no reason to talk about me. So we need to dig and share the information. Maybe you don't have a platform. Maybe you come up with something. You send it to me. I'll verify it. I'll check it. We'll put it out there. We'll do that for you. It is okay to express your opinion online. But I have teachers going to my wife's page and calling her every name in the book, making fun of her looks. Teachers. And we're going to start exposing them. And I know you guys don't want, oh, sorry, I'm not going to speak for all of you. I've gotten messages. Stop posting these teachers. Stop doing that. No, no. Why would I stop? Why would I keep that information private? A teacher acting disgusting online. Somebody sends their child to school and that teacher is teaching them. I owe that parent a service. I owe them that. That is owed to them. If you're a teacher, you will act accordingly. I'm not a teacher. I can do whatever the fuck I want online. And I'm going to. Because they try to destroy me every single day anyway. I don't collect public dollars. I don't. I'm a private citizen. I'm doing what I need. I'm not bought. I'm not paid for. I'm not sponsored. I will say what I want. You're a teacher. You're a public servant. I employ you. That's what happens. So when I see something's wrong, I'm going to use my voice. And if you don't like it, you're going to act accordingly when you approach me, or else I'm going to call your ass out. If you agree with that, let me know. If you don't agree with that, you're part of the problem. You're a big part of the problem. We're at a turning point here. We're an absolute turning point where public sector unions need to be abolished. There has to be a better way. I don't have a solution yet. I'll come up with one. I know I will. And if you have a solution, get a hold of me. But there's got to be a better way, because there is dollars being wasted at school board levels that you couldn't even fathom. The ATA just blows their money. Why do you have to have an event at Kananaskis Village? Have you guys ever seen that hotel? It's like $600 a night. Why? What's wrong with the boardroom somewhere? Don't you have a big building? Didn't the ATA construct a big building? Did you guys not put a boardroom in there? Just wondering, asking for a friend. All these buses. I guess there's a big rally in Edmonton, so you guys are going to see tons of people at the legislature. It's going to be a fraction of the actual people of Alberta. They're going to make it look like Danielle Smith, she's bad. They bust them from all throughout Alberta. 227 buses. No, sorry, 27 buses left Calgary today. And I bet you all throughout the province, at least 50 or 60 buses to go to Edmonton, to the legislature, right? To make it look like they have a lot of support. Cool. You guys do have support, and I'm cool with that. I have a lot of support too. And I'm speaking for the teachers that don't support you. I'm speaking for the people who sit on school boards that feel handcuffed, that don't support you. I'm speaking for the parents that absolutely don't support you. So I'm allowed to have a say too, not just you. You're not allowed just as an ATA affiliate or a school board trustee or school board member or a teacher. You are no longer allowed just to go out and say it's my way or the highway. And I am clearing the path for that. I am paving that highway for that. You have to listen to us. I'm going to be sure of that, that you don't have a choice to listen to us. And when we are concerned, when we want to know where the money is, we want to know what our kids are being taught, and we want to know why you are not wholeheartedly following the curriculum of Alberta, you're going to have answers for us. And if you're not, we're just going to expose you. You're going to lose your jobs. It's that simple. Because I'm over it. You work for the people. Okay? This is a private corporation. If you worked at Starbucks, I would care less. But my money funds you and millions of other people. So you answer to us. That's the difference. No more of this calling the school. Oh, yeah. And then them not calling you back, emailing them. And no, show up. If you're a parent, show up. Demand answers. You want a tour of the school, a tour of every classroom. You want to see what's up on the walls first. That's the first thing you want to do. You want to walk in. I encourage when school's back in session, you walk in and you look at every single wall of your child's school. Because a form of indoctrination is putting something up and leaving it there. That's it. That's all you have to do. And you just look at it. That's how you normalize something, right? And I'm going to have tough conversations with my daughter's teachers. If she goes back to school, I'm walking in there. And you better believe they know exactly who I am. I'm going to say, listen, we can make this easy or we can make this hard. You're going to follow the curriculum and you're not going to go outside of it. And my daughter is going to do the best she can in your class. And we are going to educate kids. If you fall out of that once, there's going to be a protest right in front of your school. I don't care. I'm done. I'm over it. And I encourage all of you to stand up. It's time for everybody to stand up. It is clear. Like I say, if we were not close to something, I wouldn't be getting this kind of attention. Jason Schilling, the president of the ATA, would not even give me anything. I wouldn't get the time of day. The radio station in Edmonton, Kiss FM, wouldn't even get the time of day. Right? And that's all I'm saying. And I just want to be clear. You have billion-dollar organizations, million-dollar organizations trying to attack a man, a middle-class family man. Think about it. Just think about it for a second. That's all I'm asking you to do. I want you to do your own digging. We've seen it. We've exposed it. We've had teachers on the show. We got somebody coming on the show that is going to expose the toxic work environment within the school system. And now they can only speak from their perspective, but I'm hoping that more will come out. And if you're a teacher that's on that's listening right now, we have ways of doing this. We can put a different name on there. You don't have to show yourself on camera. We can still do the interview. But we need you guys to talk. We need you guys to speak. That's what we need. We need that. And it brings me to another thing. Do you know the pink shirt day? The pink shirt day they have at schools, anti-bullying? I sure have seen a ton of bullying from teachers during this whole 3-week strike. I've seen bullying from the ATA. I've seen bullying from school boards. I've seen bullying from teachers. This is an internal issue. This is an absolute internal issue. They're asking our children to not be bullies, yet they are bullies themselves. Think about this. Think about this. I want you guys to know that I stand with you. I am just a man with a phone and an opinion. I am not a celebrity. I am not a public figure. I am a man with a phone and an opinion. I'm a father. I'm a husband, and I want our school system on the right track. There is no room to be replacing family values from people's houses in the school system. We should be able to take our child that has their family values, how we raise them, put them into the system, and nothing should change. Nothing other than they know more about academia. We got to get back to that. This is a hill I'm willing to die on. And I used to cover federal politics a lot, and I'm still passionate about it. I'm still following everything that's going on, but this is something that has to happen. Somebody needs to be part of this. And I'm not looking to lead anything. I don't want to lead this charge. I want every single parent, every single educator that's on our side to stand shoulder and shoulder with us and walk together. That's what I want. I want you guys to be there with me. We're not going to quit. I promise you that. If you guys watch the replay on this, I really appreciate it. If you stuck around during the live, I also really appreciate that. If you guys could support in any single way, that's the other thing. They say it's all about the merch. It's not about the merch. It's about wearing your opinion on your sleeve. That's what it's about. And we are a supporter sponsored channel. And that's not ever going to change because nobody's ever going to buy me. A lot of these creators out here are on salary. They get paid for doing what they're doing. I don't. So if you can support my little Albertan small business, I would appreciate it. It employs people. It puts food on other people's table. That's awesome. So, BertaProudDad.com. I appreciate all the support. We will chat soon.